powerful rivers of the planet. Their flow is that of all the European rivers brought together. The Brahmaputra River rises in the Himalaya chain, goes 2,000 kilometers through Tibet, China, and India to end in the north of Bangladesh. On its slipstream, tons of sediments and silts are carried along and form islands called the chars. The ultra-powerful flow of the river, combined with the annual floods, can engulf and move those islands. The landscape is in perpetual motion and shaped depending on the flow of water. 4 million people live on those small, precarious islands, a people of peasants that have become nomadic over the course of the river. In this area, there's a unique couple I'd like you to meet. He's a former French steward, and she's from the Bengali upper class. These are the only persons to help those isolated populations. Their outstanding commitment started on a barge. I'm glad to be here with you, Yves. Can you tell us, why is this French boat in Bangladesh?
J'ai navigué à Air France pendant 20 ans. J'ai survolé ce pays très souvent. On se demande comment peuvent vivre ici 150 millions d'habitants. Et je me suis dit, il faut des bateaux. Pour un pays comme ça, il faut des bateaux. Où va-t-on trouver des bateaux? Eh bien, en France, on cassait ces bateaux. On a cassé des centaines de bateaux comme cela. J'ai trouvé ça très triste et très dramatique. Et je me suis dit, si je ne prends pas une péniche et si je n'amène pas ces gens-là, je suis un peu minable, quoi.
It all began in France in 1993 when Yves bought the barge meant for shipbreaking. Over a year, he refurbished it. His dream? To sail through the oceans in order to offer Bangladesh a boat hospital. A crazy challenge, knowing that a barge is not designed to sail on the sea. Yves then decided to go on this risky trip of more than 10,000 kilometers, that is 1/5 of the Earth's surface. He sailed through the Mediterranean Sea, the Suez Canal, the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean. And upon his arrival, his welcome was a hurricane.
J'avais déjà navigué depuis 3 mois. Lorsque j'ai passé entre Sri Lanka et l'Inde, s'est déclaré une grosse dépression tropicale. Cette dépression tropicale s'est transformée en cyclone. Je subissais une houle très violente, on a failli se retourner 2 fois. Donc je me suis en quelque sorte réfugié dans les Sundarbans, qui est la plus grande mangrove du monde. Et je suis arrivé au port de Mongla. C'est donc dans ce port que j'ai eu l'impression d'avoir fait un voyage non seulement dans l'espace, mais aussi dans le temps. Un voyage terrible. Et cette péniche se trouve ici, sur ce fleuve, le Brahmaputra.
Et vous avez rencontré
Runa. Runa a été au bout du voyage. On ne se connaissait pas avant. Ça a été le début d'une longue histoire d'amour. Et donc on a créé une association qui s'appelle Friendship. Friendship, ça veut dire le bateau ami, mais ça veut dire aussi l'amitié. C'est la naissance de Friendship.
Set up in the dry dock, the barge was going to be totally transformed. An entire floor has been added in order to make it a real floating hospital. It took them more than 7 years to gather the required funds and achieve this metamorphosis. Runa, Yves was quite important on your project.
Absolutely. It's a kind of a synergy that we have. He brought the boat, we started the project, and in Bangladesh is mainly a riverine country. And you needed to carry the health care to the people because people could not always come to you for help. And these people were left totally unaddressed, you know, by everyone, simply because it was too difficult to access these people and help these people.
And there are 4 million.
And there are 4 million people here, and all it needed from my side was just to have courage, you know, courage of commitment.
For to get healed, the first free health center is 4 hours of boat away. So each time Friendship stops, it's an event for the island's population. Bengali doctors, but also volunteers from France, the United States, or Sweden take turns in the 2 surgical units. Modern equipment's extremely rare in Bangladesh to treat about 30,000 people a month for free. Men, women, and children, in 10 years of sailing, 1 million people have been cured. Well, people are really suffering from consequences of global warming. It clearly is a catastrophe here.
You know, these people, we have to deal with them with a lot of respect because, you know, they have a lot of dignity. and they live in a country and in a region where they're facing this disaster every few years. Now they can't deal with it anymore because it's not happening to them every few years. It's happening to them once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year. And they cannot cope with it. We have to be able to help them to deal with this.
Bangladesh is 1 meter high above the sea level. The country might lose 1/3 of its territory by 2050. It's the first reported victim of global warming. Everywhere on the planet, glaciers are melting at a quick pace. At the end of April, supplied by the snow melting in the